Sometimes, again, you just got to stand out front and catch a tank round, right? You know, show them what the front and what the job looks like, honestly. It's like, look, there's not just a difference between one of those generals that's probably 200 pounds, 6 foot tall, or, well, yeah, 6, 7 foot tall, you know, just being salty and talking about why women shouldn't be in special forces and the SEAL team because you put 160 pounds on their back and they crumble like a crouton. Now, I had JP talking about transgender and the feminist male and the malist female. She got malice. And there, you know, again about some of this, I think it is about leveling the playing field. If you notice the note I said in there, honey, you know, there's a different biological difference between me and Salty.
Men and women
that is
are
a different. Please
different.
do that. You do that. I'll do the book work for you, bud. You in one half, man.
On average, men are bigger, we're stronger. We have testosterone.
I'll crumble like a crouton. You mind?
I
don't like doing that. That's crazy. Protracted warfare. Some should taught you nothing about calculations, big guy.
So it's simply unfair for men and women to compete against each other athletically in officially sanctioned events. Don't believe me? This is MMA fighter Alana McLaughlin straight up pummeling her competition in the octagon.
I don't want to fight her.
And this is her when she was a man.
I'm 5'9", 150 pounds.
Listen, I love sports. And I understand why a transgender woman would want to compete in them, but I also understand why her competition, biological women, would have a problem with that. They're at a disadvantage, and it hurts their chance of winning championships, scholarships, medaling at the Olympics, or just enjoying the fair spirit of the game. So, what is the solution? At 5 p.m. today, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem signed a bill to limit collegiate and K-12 athletes to the sex given on their birth certificate. The bill is the strongest in the nation so far for protecting women's sports.
This is about fairness. This is about making sure that our girls have a chance to be successful and to compete, to win scholarships.
Well, what's it do, Salty?
Potentially go on and play
tells you amongst her index she's you. You thought you're amongst that index. You deserve to get your head caved in just because you're bigger.
Governor,
it's like touching bones.
We decide to move
They're gonna
to
take it out of space station. We just had that one out here. It's like you're Russian, NASA, Chinese, everybody's up there, and you just go wipe out tax
and I might
dollars.
do this for tax purposes anyway. So you're saying that they would never have to compete
Not
against
theirs,
a
that's ours.
biologically born
They're
man
the
if
ones
that
supposed to be
person
responsible of
has
putting
an
Anton
M
out there in those
on their birth
positions because
certificate.
obviously he does the graphics or at least the
It is
photoelectric
true
effect
that your
from the
girls
director of
will have
information
a level
technology
playing field.
position
They'll
a
get the
hell of
chance
a
to
lot better than
compete only
NASA.
against other biological females, as
Wouldn't matter who
reflected
did.
on their birth certificate.
Well,
Because we
everybody's
want them
short
to
on
have a
that.
chance
'Cause
to be
pad time
successful.
NASA,
We
sure.
recognize there's a
Come
lot
up
of
Salty was
different
light on the scales
competitions,
that
such
day.
as academic, debate, speech, that your biological sex isn't that
Shifting
much
gears
of a
right
factor,
now, I bet.
but it is when it comes to sports. And here in South Dakota, in our K-12 system and at our college
Well,
level,
look
we're
where
gonna
we're
ensure
living.
that those girls have a
You
chance
don't
to
own
compete.
any of it.
Is there
Millie,
any
as far
wiggle
as
room
split
here?
on Space
Because
Force
there
to
were
the
some
air base
issues
on
with
things
the
that they have left over
NCAA
from
and
the control
sponsorships and
terminal,
boycotts.
tower,
Is this
whatever.
thing airtight?
Generally, you'd say, hey, get them
It
down
is,
there.
and what it does is
Let
it
Geisha Army
allows
does
the
some great
girls
stuff.
that
Same
didn't
way
make
when
the
there's down
team
war times.
because a biological male
However
made
you want
the
to play
team.
it.
It
Cat
allows
House
them
is
the
a big
chance
part
to
of
go
it,
after
equally like human
litigation
psychology
for the
and what you have to
opportunity
factor
to
sometimes
play.
in these cases,
It
especially
doesn't,
given Jody's
create
case and some
a
Colts
trial
out there as
lawyer's
far as what's
dream
going around
and,
passing in the
create a
court
lot of
system, fucking
new
everything up.
litigious opportunities. What it does is it says, listen, I
Fuck
want an
cartel. The
opportunity to
problem
play,
with it is
and
you've been
gives them the
using
chance
it
to
for other
challenge that
reasons
school
too,
district
and
to
you
be a
got
part of
more
that
than
team.
just the
Well,
regular
I think
dark
everybody
matter in
knows
it.
how much I dislike trial lawyers and how much I love my daughters. And
I was
how
like,
much
that's
I want
energy.
my
She's
daughters to
graphed on
win.
a set just like
And,
Salty is. If
and win in a
you
fair
go
way.
off of
And I think
those, where
that's
those are
important. We want to
not
compete,
done.
and we want to compete fairly. So
You go in
hopefully,
town to South Dakota,
what
which
you've done
manager
there
in
in
charge
South
of town?
Dakota
Why the fuck
creates a
isn't Hank
fair,
got a
level playing
list
field,
on
and
me? And what the fuck we're
people
doing in the
should applaud you
recruiters
for that.
program?
Thank
Because
you
it's
so
an
much,
app.
Governor.
It's a sour
Thank
service
you, Jess.
tower.
Appreciate you having me on.
And then the
Hey, Sean
job comes
Hannity
up
here.
to a time
Hey,
work
click
fraud
here
case.
to subscribe to Fox
Harassment,
News YouTube
few other
page
things.
and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.